Apple's latest MacBook Air, powered by the Apple Silicon M2, is a compelling package of glamour, speed, and luxury. Those looking for the apex of consumer laptops that run macOS do not need to look any further. As for everyone else, it might be worth considering a 2-year-old laptop over Apple's latest and greatest MacBook Air, Apple's other MacBook Air. Why? First of all, it is slightly cheaper. Apple has not only kept the M1 MacBook Air in the portfolio, but it has also kept it at the $999 entry-level price. Given the historical reluctance to drop below the $1,000 mark for a new MacBook, although if you have the option to apply an educational discount, you should, staying at this price for the entry-level macOS laptop should not be a surprise. The real surprise is Apple retaining the M1 MacBook Air and slipping the M2 MacBook Air above it. $300 above it in fact. From a business point of view, you can lift the price of the base laptop with one hand while still keeping the psychological $999 figure as the starting price for your laptops as a whole. That does mean you have to keep around the older laptop. An older laptop that meets the vast majority of your consumers' needs for a lower price. Thanks to Apple Silicon unlocking a higher level of performance on the entry-level M1 chipset, many consumers, who had turned to the MacBook Pro in the Intel days to get a functional laptop for reasonably demanding tasks, found the MacBook Air's performance higher than that of their existing Pro. The Air was enough for them and more than enough for macOS users needing a solid day-to-day computer. The MacBook Pro lived up to that professional tag once the M1 Max and M1 Ultra-powered 14-inch and 16-inch laptops arrived. Now the M2 MacBook Air has arrived, and it has lifted the performance of the MacBook Air by around 20%. It's undoubtedly a nice bump up to have, but the M1 MacBook Air still meets the needs of many consumers in terms of performance. The audience that genuinely needs a little bit more power, but not too much that I need a MacBook Pro is small at best. In terms of capability, the M1 MacBook Air delivers. If Apple can't tempt with the specifications, what about with the sparkle? Because what you don't get is the new design language that is spreading across the Mac platform.